Micah Green is a senior with a 3.2 GPA, attending Decaney High School in Houston, Texas.
Growing up, Micah was so full of joy, never a dull moment around him. Ball of energy. He played football starting at age 4, and he got a taste of baseball when he was 7. And after that, his eyes lit up, and he told me, he said, "Mom, I want to play baseball year round." And I said, "How do you know about year round?" He said, "I asked other parents. No more football, just baseball."
Micah took to baseball and was soon receiving invitations to play select ball.
I was playing against a coach that, he didn't know much about me, and I played against his team. And after the game, he came up to me and my mom, and then he was like, "Hey, your kid has a lot of power."
I was a single parent at the time, and all I could think about was, oh my goodness, it's gonna be a lot of travel, more money, more fees. The coach really talked to me. He was like, "You know what, just give it a shot. He's really, really talented. And we don't want him to stay in a position where he's not really flourishing and showing what he can really do."
And flourish he did, playing for multiple select ball organizations across the city.
'Cause I was always hitting homers back to back to back. Like, any pitch you threw me, I was able to just hit it anywhere.
Despite his success, Micah was not recruited and had 0 college scholarship offers entering his senior year.
Micah Green has been at Decaney for 4 years. I've been his coach for 3 years. Micah Green has never, ever been seen. He's a 5'2" kid. He can do it all.
A lot of these kids are in the same boat where they have the talent to play at the next level, but they just don't have the resources, or they don't have people coming down watching them.
I feel like we don't get as many opportunities in Houston, although there's a lot going on in Houston, but you hear about other cities and other states really, really excelling, and it's like, wait a minute, we need to hear more about who's coming out of Houston. Who's coming out of Houston?
Houston is the largest city in the state of Texas and a major economic, cultural, and industrial hub. Despite that, Harris County, the home of Decaney High, boasts a childhood poverty rate of 24%, almost twice the national average.
It's a definitive line between the have and the have-nots. In our district, our facilities, probably some of the better ones. In our area, probably the worst ones. Where Decaney is situated, within a 10-mile radius, you have approximately 20 high schools. Of those 20 high schools, you probably got some of the most lucrative high schools in the state of Texas. So it makes things a little bit tougher when a kid can come over here and see decent amenities, but go across the street and see million-dollar amenities. If you're a vested and solid baseball player, it's not hard to determine where you want to go. You want to go play at the Woodlands because they got turf, they got brand new field. You want to go to College Park, they got an indoor batting tunnel. You come here, you come in here because you want to play with Michael Green and Michael Hayes. You're not coming here because of the facility.
In 2023, the Player Alliance created Focus Cities, a strategic approach to finding the kids, coaches, and communities in greatest need.
It's a -5 though, so it's 32-27.
We knew that the primary barrier that the Players Alliance had to address has to be affordability, has to be poverty.
A nice glove might cost you $200-300. A nice bat might cost you $400 or $500. Well, knowing that as a parent, you don't push your kid into that because that's a reoccurring fee that comes every year. Then finding the coach, paying for lessons, then finding the team, paying for travel ball.
There were times I had to sacrifice a lot for myself, some of my wants, some of my little small mom splurges to make sure that my son had everything he needed because I didn't want him to miss an opportunity. And even with those opportunities, sometimes that we would come up short on cash. Sometimes I had to ask a family member for support. And they were happy to do it, but it was just very humbling to have to do that because I'm a hardworking person. And this is a sport that, of course, he doesn't have to play, but because he was so passionate about it, I wanted to give him everything I could. So again, I made a lot of sacrifices, but it doesn't matter at the end because you still have to pay. But when Players Alliance came in, they did help financially. And honestly, just as a parent, just that somebody wanted to do something nice. Sorry. Somebody wanted to do something nice for my son. He's worked so hard. I've worked so hard. And so when he got this opportunity, it really filled my heart with a lot of gratefulness, a lot of joy.
On September 27, 2024, the Player Alliance hosted our first Fireball Jubilee, featuring special platforms designed for young players from our 13 focus cities.
Oh my goodness. I remember Micah's reaction when he found out he was going to Alabama. He said, "They want me, I'm going." And I was like, "Who and where?" So he started explaining to me about the Players Alliance.
I was around people that wanted to go somewhere, that wanted to play the game of baseball, that wanted to have fun.
I'll never forget, I was sitting next to one of the scouts, and they were doing the home run derby. And the scout asked me, he said, "Hey, so where are you guys from?" And I said, "We're from Decaney." And he asked me, he said, "Where's that?" I said, "It's probably 10 minutes from the Woodlands High School." He said, "It can't be, because I go to Woodlands every summer." I said, "There's no way you can get to the Woodlands High School from Bush Airport without passing Decaney High School." I said, "So you passed us up?" He said, "I won't do it again." And that's only because of what Players Alliance had did for Decaney High School.
It's a brand new day. Yeah. It's a brand new day. Whoa. It's a brand new day.
I'm Coach Bennett for the Decaney High School. Thank you for all you've done, Players Alliance.